Sorry, that was so awkward. Let's just wait for people to like get on. Welcome, DJ Waxy Wax. Yes, 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 yes. Welcome, Hunter. Thank you for waiting or coming back. I do apologize for that once again. Um, yes. So, just waiting. We can continue the interview. Yes, Connie, thank you. Can you hear me? Yes. Welcome back. I am so sorry for that.
That's all right.
Thank you so
with
much for understanding.
flow.
Yes, exactly. So welcome back to you and welcome back to everyone that is tuned into this interview. So just a quick recap. Yeah, so just a quick recap from where we left off, then we can take it from there. So ladies and gents, today we have Hunter here with us. And if you weren't here when we started, he is everything and more. He's a creative, he's a vocalist, he's a songwriter, he's a fashion designer, he's a stylist, and a certified life coach. Like, it can't get any better than that. That is crazy. So basically where we got is we asked him where it all started and how it all started. And it started when he was 7 years old. How crazy, despite his parents not approving. But he's here now and he's doing big things. So let's get to know more about him and let's see how this journey actually started. And who was the inspiration? So that was the question you were answering before we got disconnected. So who was that person that you saw on TV or on stage and you were like, that is the person that, you know, I want to be when I grow up?
So I was a teenager. I shouldn't tell this secret, but I was a teenager in the 80s. And you know, the biggest thing that hit at that time, we didn't have MTV. MTV was being born. But we had Top of the Pops in London in the UK. And all of a sudden, number one, there was a band called Culture Club and Boy George. And it revolutionized this whole music scene and how the whole fashion scene turned into a new romantic period where men were allowed to wear makeup and jewels and express themselves in a very dandy, feminine way without being, you know, taken to another level of, or they're like, you know, drag queens. It was something new. So that was one of my biggest inspirations in terms of fashion and expressing myself visually. Musically, sonically, Sade. Oh
yeah.
My God. Your love is king.
Yes.
Crown me with your heart. Your love is king. Girl. Oh, she rocked me. You know,
yeah.
I was her fan. You know, I wrote her a letter and you know, she returned a signed photo, handwritten letter to me, just saying, keep up the faith. One day you're going to be a singer like me. You know, she was a fashion designer. You know, she was like, you stick to your dreams. And whether it was her press camp or whether it was her, it changed my life. She gave me,
I can imagine.
Sade, forever Sade. And every time I'm in love, Sade comes on. Every time I break up from love, Sade is on. She's like my soul sister, Sade.
Yes,
So,
definitely.
Big influence on me. Big
I'm
influence.
sure you have that letter like framed somewhere. Yeah. That's amazing.
I know. It is secretly hidden in old diaries.
Yes, no, that is amazing. I really like that story. So, what's been one of your major challenges in this whole experience, in this whole journey? What can you say, you know, this I went through and it was difficult, but at the same time, if I didn't, you know, I wouldn't be where I am today.
You know, it's a really good question. Thank you for asking me this, Grace. You know, the biggest challenge has been my mindset. The biggest challenge is unlimiting my dreams. The biggest challenge is to actually, I have a huge imagination. I'm highly visual and I see things and then I second guess and I'm like, really? Is that really going to happen? Or can I really create that? So my big challenge is getting myself out the way, because limiting beliefs about myself, let's say, oh, I can't sing, oh, I can't dance, or why should people listen to me? Or, oh, am I too old? Am I too ready? Am I not ready enough? Like all of these have been the biggest challenges. And once I deal with that, the road becomes an effortless journey. You know, I let go completely of trying to get somewhere at a certain time. I've let go of trying to be like anybody else. I just focus on what I feel I need to express and do. And as long as I'm true to that, you know, those challenges move out. I really believe that whatever is going on internally is manifested externally. So if I'm having some argument outside, right, you know, because sometimes I can be a bit sassy, and you know, I don't take no stuff from someone, right? So sometimes I'm having this conversation about bad service in a that's an internal thing I'm doing, which I then manifested into somebody that has to deal with it. So I'm very secure in knowing through meditation and clarity of mindset that there is no challenge apart from the one that I set myself. I hope that answers the question.
Yes, it has. And I hope all our listeners, you know, have taken something from that, because that is actually so powerful. It's powerful, and I'm definitely taking that away with me, and, you know, just being positive so I can ooze positivity. So thank you for that. So on to the next question. Apart from how gorgeous you look, and from your pictures and how you look right now, I'm sure that's one of the pros of being who you are. What else makes it worthwhile? Is it the fans? Is it like the traveling? What else can you say, you know, makes this experience and this journey and, you know, worthwhile for you?
You said it. It's basically being able to touch somebody else. You know, in a moment, you know, not everybody, let me be honest, yeah, not everybody gets me, yeah. So I get many people that feel my style or like the way I might be expressing myself in songs. There are equally amount of people that would love to share how they don't like it. So for me, it is about, if I can touch somebody that is not as expressed like me. You know, I spent a lifetime being self-expressed. Like I told you, I had to get my mind out of the way. But I've always been out there. Like, you know, from 7 years old, no one was stopping me wearing my mum's nightie. Do you know what I mean? So I'd get beat. I'd get my dad would come home and I'd be hiding underneath the dining table. But I went to fashion. I graduated as fashion designer. I worked in some incredible boutiques. I would dress up and I would fight for what I wanted to wear. And I'd get chased down the street being called names, but I wouldn't stop. And that has always been my inner strength. You know, I must express myself. And what I found, to answer your question, what I found in my journey is that I am blessed because I have that in me. And there are a lot of people, a lot of younger people, a lot of older people that are not expressing themselves. They're not allowed to. They live in fear. They get scared. They want to. Everyone, you know, they want to shine, but they get their light dims because they get pushed down. They get pushed down. They're told they can't do it. They're not good enough. They're not good enough. And if I can, by just being me, if I can give somebody one smile, that even if they think that I'm a nutter, like what's that nutter doing? Even if they get happy that I got some, you know, like my style is cool. That feeling that they got from me, it makes it worthwhile. Because that's my purpose, is to be somebody that represents the ones that can't, you know, and that's what my first single was about. It was just about, you know what, standing up and saying, you know what, no, I'm not going to be bullied. I'm not going to be pushed in a corner. And just because I want to wear something, or just because I sound something, like I sound different. You know, in London growing up, I had an effeminate voice. You know how many people would take the piss just coming to say, like, why you talk like that? Why you talk like that? Like, you know, and I had to be like, that's how I talk. I would no, and I used to soften it. I'm like, no. Now it took me a lifetime to be a vocalist and say, no, I sound like this. So, you know, that's what makes it worthwhile. I can't hear you, girl. Oh, Grace.
Sorry, can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can hear you now.
Can you? Okay, perfect. Sorry. So I'm saying that is so beautiful, just staying true to yourself. And, you know, just also you making people see that and want to do that as well. If that's what makes it worthwhile, that is so beautiful. And I really love that. So next question, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, with live interviews, they're always a bit like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Spicy. No, this one isn't going to be too spicy, but it's about your latest hit, Mona Lisa Man, that you released about a month ago, if I'm correct.
Yes.
What can you tell us about that? Can you tell us about your journey? How was it releasing that?
So how is the journey of releasing the track, or what the track is about?
Both.
Both. Okay, so let's start with the release of the track. I have an amazing team, and let me mention my team. I have my soul sister, Michelle, who's also a fellow artist. We work together. We're in the studio together. She's my right-hand lady. She basically is my support structure, and we do our journeys simultaneously in different ways, but simultaneously, parallel lines. She's on this feed. I love you. I have an incredible publicist, Joanne from Tiki Box Joburg, and I have an incredible project manager, Kerry Friedman from Mabibia Music. These people are strong believers in my passion, and they know what I'm doing, and they understand where I'm going. So they managed this release for me. I chose to release it in South Africa first. Normally I release songs in London because I live in both places. I chose to release in South Africa first because I'm here. And I wanted to do things like this to promote here. If I release in London, I have to go to London to do promotion. So I'm feeling Cape Town right now. My energy, my artistry is in Cape Town. Now to the second part, Mona Lisa Man was born in Cape Town. I wrote it in Cape Town. I recorded it in Cape Town with an incredible producer, called Big Ben. He produced it from Kosher Record Studios. The journey of Mona Lisa is basically like heartbreak. It got deep. It got really deep. I fell in love with somebody here. I fell out of love with somebody. And all my songs come from my personal experience in order to be authentic. The reason it's called Mona Lisa Man is that when I was in London last summer, I was at a club and, you know, I'm inked up. I got some tattoos going on, just a few. Oops.
Oh, okay. Just show some of the fans.
Yeah, I'm kind of major on that style. So a man came up to me, a really nice gentleman, and he was just like, bro, your ink is something else. Like, you know, tell me the story. So I was like, thank you so much. This is about this and this is about this. And he goes, you're a walking piece of art. You're like Mona Lisa Man. And I was like, hey, thanks.
Hey.
So that stayed. That was locked in. When I then came to Cape Town to start recording some new tracks, basically and again, the story of the heartbreak, blah, blah, blah. Mona Lisa came out as in everybody is a walking piece of art. Every single person, whether they express it outwardly or inwardly, we are full color. We are full love, emotions. We are walking pieces of art. And being such an art piece, you know, the depth of that emotionally is that every time you get hurt, you carry that with you. And Mona Lisa Man was about, why do I call the same relationships to me? They say that unless every person you meet, they say is either a reflection of you in terms of what you're going through now, or a teacher to teach you the next step. And this relationship was definitely the teacher, and it was about my self-worth. And I've been carrying this self-worth that I'm not good enough all my life. And the relationship that I attract seems to be me chasing people that don't really love me back. And the common factor was that I'm the one in all these relationships that keep repeating themselves. And I stopped it now. I changed the script because I had to do the work inside and work out, why do I believe that I'm not good enough? Like, where does that root come from? And that's Mona Lisa Man. And that's why the lyrics, you know, is very much so that, you know, Mona Lisa Man, Mona Lisa, addicted to pain, choose your lover to break you again. Mona Lisa Man, when will you learn? You know, you're worth more than gold, baby. You're worth more than gold. So you have to believe your worth. And when you know your worth, you will attract somebody that also recognizes your worth. But if you don't know your worth, you will always attract people that will be like stepping on you. That's my story with Mona Lisa.
Wow. Guys, do yourself a favor and go listen to Mona Lisa, man. That is so inspiring. I'm just so inspired from this whole interview. Everything you're saying is so powerful. It's so touching. You know, I really, really love everything you're saying. And I hope everyone does too. I just want to say to the people that are on here, if you have any questions for Hunter, please don't be afraid to ask them. I'm sure you'll be so happy to answer them. So guys, please, please, please. Ask those questions. Keep them coming. So what advice can you give up and coming creatives? I know you touched on it a bit earlier, but like, what advice can you give people that are going through stuff that feel different, or feel like they're not loved in the world, or feel like, you know, there's something holding them back from being great? What could you honestly say, like, just to get them motivated?
Jess, you know, I know that I've heard, like, many people have said this to me, but when you're in it, it's very different, right? You know, the classic thing I'm going to say is that believe in yourself, stick to your, you know, believe in your dreams, you can make them come true. However, when you are not feeling that inside, when you believe that the world is against you, when you are trapped in a situation where you can't see the light, someone telling you to believe in your dreams is like them saying, you know what, they don't get me. I'm not feeling that. In those situations, what I've done is that I have reached out. I've reached out to somebody, my friend, somebody, and I talk. If you communicate whatever's going on, it comes from outside to the outside of you, and you can share it, and people will listen and understand it. And the other thing that I do, and I do this every day, and I really think it's a life skill, and this comes from the coaching side of what I do, is that when I feel every single morning, part of my process is I journal, which means I write down whatever mind trap, whatever my monkey mind, you know, the mind is the monkey, it runs from one thing to the other thing. It's not necessarily true, it's just talking. I write that down, and this is not to reread. This is not for me to make some song out of. This is not for me to publish. I write it illegibly. I write it and I write and I write, and I get rid of all of my stuff that is clouding me. And once those clouds have gone, clarity appears. Pure thought appears. Because I can be still telling myself that I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not fit enough, I don't have enough tattoos, you know, I don't know how to do this, I don't know how to put makeup on. I'll be telling myself all this stuff. Once I got rid of it, I'm like, hey, I'm clear. And with that, you can step forward. So that's my advice, yeah? And bottom line is, my sole purpose in this life is to have fun, dress up, sing music, dance, and inspire people. And if it feels me, you reach out to me, talk to me. I'll basically help you through anything. So that's what I say. That's my belief.
Ladies and gents, you heard it here first. So that's how, you know, if you need some motivation, if you need some inspiration, this has to be the best motivation I've heard in a minute. So if people want to work with you, if they want to book you, if they want to reach out to you on a professional level, how can they do that? What's the best avenue to go through?
www.hunterthevoice.com. That's me. You got my email, my direct source, huh? So those emails come to my team and me. We're all linked. Yeah, we're like this. So you reach out, you get on my website. My website is telling you what's going on. My music is on there. My photo shoots are on there. My styling is on there. It's my mothership. It's my mothership. It's so if you want to reach out to me, you reach out on the website. Alternatively, you know what? I'm Instagram, baby. So you know what? DM me. I've got 4 accounts on Instagram. Just get onto HB Man, and then you will see the other accounts. DM me, and I'm here. I'm here.
Thank you so, so much. I hate that we have to say goodbye, but you have been so amazing. As I said, I love your spirits. I love who you are. I love your fashion. It is everything. And it was such a pleasure for myself and Party for Tonight just to get to know you and catch up with you. And we hope to see you around very, very soon.
Grace, Mirror Girl, thank you so much for having me on this incredible platform. This opportunity has been a blessing for me. Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Now look after yourself. Keep well.
All right. Big love. Big love.
Much love.
Bye-bye.
So guys, that was Hunter, the everything diva. It was so nice to speak to him. Thank you all for tuning in. You probably won't see me on this platform again, but it was so nice to be able to host you. As you know, I'm sure you know your normal faces that are here, Sharon and Jane. Shout out to them. Let's also give a shout out to Jane, who's normally here, but she's not. She is currently recovering, but wish her happy birthday. It is her birthday today, and wish her a speedy recovery. And tune in for the next interview. Much love, guys, from me, Grace Kitakwa, signing out of Party for Tonight.